Waiting on YouTube. Beautiful. Looks like we are live. Hello, everyone that is here. My name is Anthony. I am going to be hosting this video game trivia session. Welcome to FanCon Day 2. If you have not already, now is a good time to put into your ActionBound app the code. If you're not familiar with ActionBound, that's okay. I'm going to describe it real quick before we go into this. You can go onto ActionBound, download the app, and log all of your activities done from FanCon throughout the day. And every entry you log in with each different code, which you see again up there, it is 3FBMS. You put that into your ActionBound and submit that. That is another entry that you can put into your bound. And every day we're going to be giving out a prize for each of those that you put in. So, I'm sorry. That's a 5. I apologize. The S look, or the 5 looking an S. It's 3FBM5. Sometimes letters and numbers can look alike, so we're all good there. Now, as for the trivia, to get that going, you're going to have to log on to your personal device, or you can use it on the computer that you're on right now. Again, this works both for mobile, or for desktop, or tablet, or pretty much anything that you can put in a URL and mess around with. So, what you're going to go to is, and we have the code at the bottom there, crowd.live, go there, and you can put in the code, which is, and I have this right this time, I promise, 4x2us. Go to there and also provide your email. This way we know who has done what. And the way this works is each of these questions will be multiple choice for the first half. And the faster you answer, the more points that you will get. The second half will have, you'll have to type in your answers. The faster you type those in, the more points you'll get from there. Same as that. And I'll show rankings every 5 questions, so you guys can get a feel for how well everyone's doing, so you know how much you need to catch up. I will give the correct answers after each question. And we will get started once we're all about set up. And I wanted to mention that the prizes, we're going to be giving away Funko Pops. We'll have more information about that in a bit. We'll discuss that near to the end there. But if everything is all sorted, and if you are ready to go, again, crowd.live, and then you can put in the code 4x2us, and then your email, so that again we know who did what. If everybody is all ready there, then we can get started. Oh, and real quick, if you are, since you're watching on YouTube, if you would like to chat, say hi, whatever you'd like. Keep it appropriate, obviously. The code, David, the Appetite guy, perfect timing that you were there. If you go to crowd.live, so it's not .com, it's .live. So it's like www.crowd.live, and then enter the code. Right there. It's also at the bottom. If you see in the description, it says head to, and the link. You can either do crowd.live/4x2us. It's all there. Also, it is okay if you guys want to play in teams. Just obviously you'll be playing on a single device. But yes, it's there. But again, if you want, you can go to crowd.live/4x2us. And there we go. Put it in the chat right there. You can copy and paste that right into either your mobile device or your desktop. So, and again, like I said before, if you want to say hi and everything, there's YouTube chat right there. I'll be keeping kind of a loose eye on it. Keep it all appropriate, of course, and you don't want to put any answers in there because you don't want to help anybody else. And honestly, they'll probably be too slow to be able to put anything in. if you give them answers, so it's not worth it. So let's just keep the chat for just light casual how do you do's. And with that, I think I've chatted for a decent amount of time. Why don't we get started with question number 1? In The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, Link is turned into the following creature when he meets Skull Kid. Is it Deku Scrub, a Korok, a Goron, or a Zoro? Now, again, you have about 30 seconds for each question. It'll differ depending. And the faster you answer, the more points you'll get. So speed matters here. So once again, in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Link is turned into the following creature when Skull Kid. And the correct answer is a Deku Scrub. And real quick, there is going to be a bit of lag between the YouTube playback and what you're going to see on your phone or desktop or however you're playing. So it's probably easiest to keep an eye on your phone or the actual game itself as opposed to me, just because there's going to be lag because it's the nature of streaming. Yes, the correct answer is Deku Scrub. It looks like about half of you got that right so far. Let's go on to question number 2. In the video game Banjo-Kazooie, what is the first level called? Is it A, Rusty Bucket Bay? Is it Mad Monster Mansion? Is it Freeze Easy Peak? Or is it Mumbo's Mountain? Got a little bit of time to think this one out. This game holds a special place in my heart. A little older, depending on who's playing here, but I'm roughly 30. So that tells you where my gaming time frame is. So in the video game Banjo-Kazooie, what is the first level called? First level is Mumbo's Mountain. Mumbo's Mountain is the first level in Banjo-Kazooie. Take a look at that. About 4 of you got that one right. Well done. All right, let's go on to question number 3. Which of these is a starter Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield? Is it A, Mudkip, B, Tepig, C, Grookey, or D, Cyndaquil? Now, a few of these answers have a special place in my heart because they were starters that I chose in my Pokemon games. I'm not going to say which generation, I don't want to give it away, but I admit I have jumped between fire starters and grass starters more recently, just because I love them. They're adorable. Specifically, the starter from Pokemon Sword and Shield that I chose, which is C, Grookey, the only one of which was a starter for this generation. The little grass monkey, so cute. We wish we had a picture of him. Again, most of you got that right. Well done. All right, let's take a look at question number 4. What is Mega Man's name in Japan? Is he Bass, Rockman, Rush, or Blue Man? I think Bass or Bass would be a good choice. Not saying that's the right answer. I don't know if that would mean we would go with like a bass guitar or more like a bass fish. That might be a little off topic. Also, Mega Man's name in Japan, Rockman, Rush by the way, is the name of his dog, his little robotic dog. Again, adorable. Wish we had it. Which most of you got that one. Excellent job. Question number 4. Or I'm sorry, question number 5. In the Mario Kart series, this item will automatically go after the player in first place? Is it the green shell, bullet bill, spiny shell, or chain chomp? No, did you, David, the Apple Tech guy, did you just go off of just a guess? It was a good guess, by the way. Yeah, I think it's literally like a rock band is based off of rock and roll. I couldn't tell you exactly. I'd have to look it up on my own. But in the Mario Kart series, the item, this item will automatically go up to the player in first place. That is the spiny shell, more colloquially known as blue shell. A lot of friendships ended right there. A lot of other people clearly have gone through that same feeling as well. All right, we are 5 questions in so far, so now we've gotten kind of an early start into how this all is working out. Let's see the current rankings, see where everyone stands. We're looking at in first place right now. We've got Sean, so far nailing 5 out of the 35 questions correct, but trailing behind just, oh, wow, less than 10 points. Vish, this is very early on. And Mike, there's still plenty of time to catch up, too. You guys are all within less than 30 points of each other. And everybody else, again, we're still early out of the gate. It could be anyone's game. We have plenty more questions from here. So why don't we take a look at that? Moving into question number 6. In the Metal Gear Solid series, the following item commonly used to hide and navigate the game undetected. Is it a sleeping bag? Is it a cardboard box? Is it a tank? Or an umbrella? Now, I've personally hidden sleeping bags plenty of times myself, back when I was a poor, scared child afraid of the dark, but that's neither here nor there. In the Metal Gear Solid series, the following item is commonly used to hide and navigate the game undetected. Everyone knows Solid Snake is famous for the cardboard box. Cardboard box. Good job for those of you that guessed cardboard box. Why don't we move on? We'll take a look at question number 7. What is the currency called game Fortnite? Is it bells, V-Bucks, money, or gil? That's important. It's money with U there. Spelling is important, but we did the spelling for you, so don't worry about it. All right. So the currency in the game Fortnite that is V-Bucks. Or as we all know, bells for Animal Crossing and gil for Final Fantasy, and I think kind of across, I think Final Fantasy mostly. I could be wrong, though. So if I ever say anything that is incorrect, feel free to take the time in the YouTube chat to correct me and viciously mock me for clearly being incorrect. That's could be entirely. But we've done the research to make sure the questions we ask you are correct. Question number 8. In the original Animal Crossing game, what day of the week you meet KK Slider at night? Is that on Saturday, Thursday, Monday, or Sunday? See, we've done some of the work for you and eliminated 3 of the possible 7 days of the week. You only have to think about these 4, but which one is it? Now, in the original Animal Crossing game, what day of the week is it that you can meet KK Slider at night? Well, that's Saturday. Perfect time to go out and blast a tune in the middle of the park. And I believe that's stayed true throughout most of the series. I admit, New Horizons is my first Animal Crossing game, so I couldn't say for certain. Again, feel free to correct me or tell me in the YouTube chat if that's the case, but I believe KK Slider pretty much always has come on Saturdays, unless something more important comes up. His schedule can be busy. Question number 9. What game did Mario first appear? Is that Super Mario 64, Super Mario Land, Donkey Kong, or Super Mario Bros? Which one did Mario first appear in? Way back, like... Well, I won't say how far. I'll say how far back I might give it away. I will tell you, the game that Mario first appeared in was before even I was born, and I'm sure I look like an old person to a lot of you. That is Donkey Kong, way back in 1981, where Mario was simply known as Jumpman. He was looking after, or trying to rescue his then-girlfriend, Pauline. And fun fact there, the original Donkey Kong was originally supposed to be a game license for Popeye, but Nintendo didn't get the license, but they put all that work in, so they figured, all right, we'll change the bad guy to a big old monkey, and we'll make Popeye into Jumpman. Boom. Mario was born. Question number 10. In the Sonic the Hedgehog series, how many Chaos Emeralds are there? Is there 7? Are there 14? Is there 1? Or are there 21? How many Chaos Emeralds are there? So we won't even make you tell us how you find them or anything like that. We just want to know how many there are. In the Sonic Hedgehog series, how many Chaos Emeralds are there? Well, I like that we, for these answers, we've maintained all multiples of 7 there, outside of 1, obviously. But the correct answer, 7. There are 7 Chaos Emeralds. And when Sonic gets 7 Chaos Emeralds, he can become Super Sonic, and he turns yellow, and he goes really fast, floats, and he's awesome. And it looks like most of you knew that was correct. Good job there. We're 10 questions in. Why don't we take a look at where everyone is standing here? All right, in first place, Sean, taking it right now. He's had 10 out of the questions that we've 10 out of 10 correct, just shy of 900 points. Mike, who also has answered 10 out of the 10 questions so far correct, with 810 points. So you're close. Still can catch up. Ninja has now moved up to 3rd place, almost getting all of the questions so far correct. So, and again, still early. Plenty of room to go. Hey, David, that's okay. You're playing, and that's what's important. Just keep guessing. Hey, you got Rockman right, didn't you? We can keep going from there. All right, let's take a look at question number 11. What is the Konami code? Is it circle, circle, L1, circle, 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 L1, L2, R1, triangle, circle, triangle? Is it up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A? Is it A, B, right, left, down, down, up, up? Or is it left bumper and right bumper pressed down at the same time, down, L3, and A? Yes, I know, there are a lot of things going on in this question at once. And while I believe most all of these are indeed codes, one of them I recognize being for Grand Theft Auto, the correct answer, Konami code, is B. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A. This was originally put into, Xadius, I think it was? No, it might be a different one. Which was used by the developers to help them debug the game, to test the game, to give them a bunch of extra lives because they just couldn't beat it regularly. So because of that, they left it in. If anybody knows what the name of the game was, feel free to tell me in the YouTube chat. I don't remember offhand, but it was from there. But I believe it may have preceded Contra, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though. Again, great time to check in the chat if you want to Was it Contra? Okay, I could not remember if it was Contra or if it was a game prior to, but that would make sense. It's Contra. Yeah, everyone's jumping in Contra. But yes, it looks like yeah, it looks like everyone's saying everyone's jumping in and attacking and saying Contra. But yes, it looks like, and I'm doing the research here. I believe it is Contra. But yes, it was because of Contra. I think it was also used. Oh no, I'm sorry. I just looked this up. It wasn't Contra that was first used in. It was first used in Gradius, but then was later used in Contra. Yes, okay, I was right. I was like, not Xavius, Gradius. I couldn't think of the name of it. So Gradius was the first game that was used, but it was eventually used in Contra and many other Konami games. Which, hey, if you want to throw in some of those other Konami games that the Contra code was in, feel free to throw that in the YouTube chat. I remember it also was used at one point, I think, on Facebook. They did it as like a little Easter egg, which was fun. But moving on to question number 12. Also, real quick, I think before I go, I believe was a code for Grand Theft Auto to spawn a tank. But again, I could be wrong there as well. There were a lot of them, and all the codes were about that complex. Anyways, question number 12. Characters often yell objection. They are about to point out a flaw in an opponent's argument in the following game. Is it Professor Layton, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective, Hotel Dusk, or Ace Attorney? I tried saying Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. There's just a lot of T sounds in there, and it's easy to trip yourself up on while you're trying to say that. And I would yell objection, but I don't want to deafen everybody over here because, let me tell you something, years of theatrical musical training teach you how to belt from the diaphragm and really deafen somebody who's not ready for it. But the correct answer, Ace Attorney. And it looks like most everyone had guessed correctly that it was for Ace Attorney. The game actually melds a bit of American and Japanese, of the American and Japanese legal system, and takes a lot of liberties with that as well. If you've never played them, it's a different kind of game. It's a thinking game. Well done, David. I was going to say, it looks like you probably got that one right. Ace Attorney. All right, let's take a look at question 13. In the 1982 arcade game Joust, you control a knight riding what animal? Is it a donkey, an ostrich, a beaver, or a camel? Which one of those do you presumably joust on in the game Joust? Also, if you've never had the opportunity to play Joust or a lot of these other kind of older arcade games, definitely go find yourself like a smaller, you'll find a lot of like arcades now that will have a lot of these old games out. It's a lot of fun, and usually they'll let you like play as much as you want, but it's a good time. It's a good time. But the correct answer for the 1982 arcade game Joust, the animal you're riding on is an ostrich. You ride on an ostrich. And hey, most all of you got that one correct. But yes, again, definitely great arcade game. If you want to, you can leave any suggestions for old arcade games people should try out in the YouTube chat. It's a lot of fun. But we are moving on to question 14 now. Alexei Pajitnov, an artificial intelligence researcher working for the Soviet Academy of Sciences, created what arcade game released in 1984? Is it Tetris? Is it Dig Dug? Is it Bomberman? Or Pac-Man? Which one of those was created by our dear friend Alexei? The correct answer for the game that he created way back in 1984, Tetris. Famous Russian game. And this was back in Communist Russia, so if I'm not mistaken, he didn't make much of anything. I don't think he made really any money off of it. It just eventually got freely ported from platform to platform, and I think is one of the, or it's the most, or the game that's on the most platforms, however that's phrased. And again, feel free to correct me there, but you could play that thing pretty much on a smart refrigerator if you're willing to take the time to make that happen. I think a smart fridge first. But yes, 100% of you guys got that one right. Everyone knew about Tetris. Warms my heart. Moving on to question 15. Henry Cavill, who played Superman in Superman v Batman, almost missed his chance at the role because he was too busy playing what popular MMORPG? Was it RuneScape? Was it World of Warcraft? Phantasy Star Online 2? Or Final Fantasy 14? And I have a, just right here, I'm going to showcase my little Superman. If this helps you at all. It won't, but I figure he's kind of cute, and I'd let you take a look at that. I just have him on my desk because why not? But the correct answer of what MMORPG he was too busy playing that caused him to almost miss his chance at the role was a World of Warcraft. That's true. He is a massive PC gamer, which was all the more appropriate for his more recent role in The Witcher. Which most of you got correct. Well done. And now that we're at question 15, let's take another look at the rankings to see how everyone is holding up. In the lead right now, we have Sean, having answered 14 of the 35, or the 14 of the 15 questions correct so far. Wow, it's extremely close there. Mike, you are so close. Just a mere, 9 points away with 1,247 points. Ninja, there is room to get there. You can. I believe in you. At 11:22, and it looks like we've got a new face coming in as well. Hats out to man and to everybody else playing as well, including Vish, Music 907, D Money Flynn, and of course our very YouTube chatty David, the Apple Tech guy. I'm saluting to you. I'm enjoying our conversation. All right, let's go on to the next question. In the video game Life is Strange, Max Caulfield has what ability? Is it lightning, flying, telekinesis, or time manipulation? Which of those abilities does Caulfield have? I always love that question. You know, what power would you have? Everyone always goes to flying. It's convenient, but like, I have a car. I don't need flying. Yeah. But in the big game Life is Strange, Max Caulfield has the ability of time manipulation. That's right. You can say something and go back in time and fix it if you said something wrong. And boy, I wish I had that power. That seems really handy. I've had a lot of job interviews that can go one way or the other, and time manipulation would be real helpful there. Looks like about half of you got that right. Telekinesis was close, and that's fair. You were all in the general kind of mind powery area, but correct answer is time manipulation. Let's take a look at question number 17. Inklings are the playable characters in what video game? Is it Octodad, Splatoon, Banjo-Tooie, or Elite Dangerous? Which one of those games are you able to play as Inklings? All sorts of fun little creatures. I don't want to say too much about what they are, but I will give shout-outs once we're run out of time here. All right, so Inklings are playable in Splatoon, but I will say, if you have not played Octodad, it's worth a good laugh. It's a fun time. I mean, Banjo-Tooie, of course, but that's a little harder to come by since it's not on PC. And Elite Dangerous, that is a very difficult, apparently, to play. I've never played it myself. Spaceship simulator. A lot of buttons. But Splatoon, way back, starting on the Wii U, eventually getting onto the Switch. Splatoon. Which Most everyone got correct. Fantastic. Question number 18. What is the best-selling video game console of all time? As of this trivia session, of course. Is it the PlayStation 2? Is it the Dreamcast? The GameCube? Or the Xbox 360? What is the best-selling video game console of all time? And I believe they kept producing them. Okay, I don't want to give anything away until the timer's out, but I think they kept producing them until, I want to say, 2012. The correct answer is the PlayStation 2. Yeah, I think they kept making them until 2012, and they had kept making games for at least a few more years after that, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm pretty sure let's see if I can get this right, but I'm pretty sure I can rank these from most to least. Sold is the PS2, Xbox 360, GameCube, and then Dreamcast. Poor Dreamcast being the death knell for poor Sega. But, you know, they still make Sonic games for, ironically enough, the PlayStation and Xbox and GameCube. Not important. And, David, that's okay. Doesn't matter what you play on as long as you play. Looks like most of you guessed the PS2. The Xbox 360 probably is fairly close. If anyone in the YouTube chat wants to say how much each of those sold, but I know, yeah, PS2 widely outsold most everything, just because it was, I believe, because it was fairly inexpensive. They had a huge amount of support. It was just the right time for it. But I won't change it off too much. Question number 19. What was the first arcade game to use animated video instead of computer-generated graphics? Was that game Dragon's Lair, Black Widow, Mario Bros, or Mad Planet? Which one of those games was the first arcade game to use animated video instead of computer-generated graphics? So, correct answer for this one, Dragon's Lair, with animation by Don Bluth. If you had watched Stranger Things, this actually makes an appearance in one of the scenes, which is pretty cool. I've gotten to play this. I have this game. They have it for the Switch now. And it's a lot of fun. That and Space Ace. Same guys made both of those. A lot of fun. And most of you knew that one was correct. Question number 20. Which of these names is one of the four ghosts from the original Pac-Man? Fred, Spooky, Clyde, or Yum Yum? Which one of these is one of the four original ghosts from the original Pac-Man? Were red, orange, pink, and like one of them. So the correct answer for which one of them is the original, one of the original ghosts. That's Clyde. The four ghosts in the original game were Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde, which, as some know but some don't know, each of them, they didn't just randomly attack you. They each had their own AI. They did have names: Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde. Clyde was the red one, right? I'm going to look that up so I don't make a fool of myself. But I believe that Clyde was the red. Nope, Clyde was the orange one. My mistake. Clyde was the orange one. But yes, each of them had different AI. Some of them would randomly chase you. Some of them would try to get ahead of you. They were clever. It was a very clever game for the time. But yes, 100% of you knew Clyde was one of the original boys, including apparently David the Apple Tech guy. Well done. Let's take a look at the rankings, see how everyone's holding up. Sean maintaining a strong but very tight lead with 1,699 points, but Mike still very close with 1,686 points, only about 13 points shy of taking first there. Vish at 1,400 points in third. Yeah, but we still got more questions to go, so just keep an eye on your game and answer quickly. Question 21. What ore in Minecraft allows you to create complicated machines and mechanisms? Is it redstone ore? Is it diamond ore? Is it iron ore? Or is it lapis lazuli ore? Now, I will say all these ores do exist and do their own things, but only one of them will allow you to create complicated machines. The other ones serve other purposes. Correct answer is redstone ore. A vital part of being able to, say, open and close doors, use different switches and levers, etc. I dabble a bit in Minecraft. I did back, I don't know when I first started. Not exactly when it started, but early on. Not to toot my own horn here. Question number 12. Oh, and I wanted to point out that in the previous question for Pac-Man Ghosts, those were all ghost names in other Pac-Man games, but Clive is the only one from the original. Question number 22. What is the video game series based on the final fantasy novel series written by Andrzej Sapkowski, recently adapted into a TV show? Was it Sonic Boom? Was it Castlevania? Was it Pokemon? Or was it The Witcher? And so please forgive my pronunciation on the name. I don't exactly, and I don't know the author's nationality, but my pronunciation is probably terrible, so please forgive me. But the correct answer, of course, is The Witcher, which I foolishly mentioned earlier as I was just loosely chatting about it. But yes, The Witcher, which a fair amount of you got right. That was a tough one, fair. I believe, you know what, I could check here. Thanks. Just a few buttons here the wrong way. But I'll check that and I'll come back to it. But that's moving on to question 23. In the video game Nier Automata, what is the elite military force of androids called? Are they the HHA, the SEES, the UNSC, or Yorha? I'm going to check. I'm checking right now. Oh no, I lost his name. Yes, it is. He is Polish. And now we know. Yes, sorry, my Polish pronunciation is not great. But yes, the correct answer for this is Yorha. If you were curious, the HHA was the Happy Home Academy from Animal Crossing. C's is from Persona 3, and the UNSC is from Halo. That one got a little bit of a mixed response because there were a lot of difficult, not quite acronyms, abbreviations. I forgot what the exact term for, because acronyms are only for word, where you abbreviate something but it becomes a word. If it doesn't become a word like UNSC, then it's not an acronym. See? Didn't think you were going to get an English lesson in your video game trivia, did you? You're welcome. Question number 24. The Phantom Thieves of Hearts are a vigilante group that work to change the hearts of corrupt adults in what Japanese video game franchise? Is it Yakuza, Final Fantasy, Persona, or Resident Evil? Phantom Thieves of Hearts. It's a very long name. Might be difficult to put that all in like a bumper. I guess they're a vigilante group. They're probably not using a lot of bumper stickers. But the correct answer for what video game franchise they are from is Persona. Persona. And it looks like More than half got that one right. Well done. All right, let's take a look at question number 25. This one is a written answer, so you have to type this one up yourself. The PlayStation prototype was designed by Sony in collaboration with what company? So type in, you'll have a bit of time to put this one in. The PlayStation prototype was designed by Sony in collaboration with what company? And we will be able to look through the answers, and if, say, there's a minor spelling error or something, we can take a look and fix it. But we'll keep an eye out for that as we go along. But the PlayStation prototype was designed by Sony in collaboration with Nintendo. But yes, the original plan was PlayStation was just supposed to work with them to create this this add-on, and after a bit, they built a prototype, but plans fell through, and so Sony instead went, all right, we'll just make it ourselves, and thus the PlayStation was born. Had they not, Nintendo we would not have the PlayStations that we do today. But yes, they had. Plus, Sony had kind of cornered the market and figuring out how to make disc-based games work. But yes, Nintendo was the correct answer. And yes, going forward, and sorry if I didn't give proper warning, going forward, all these answers will be typed in. So again, speed matters, but now you have to type the answers as well. So let's take a look at the rankings now that we're moving on to the kind of last leg of this. Mike still taking a resounding lead here at 2,100 points, but Sean is very close with 2,037 points. Vish coming close as well, but 1,600. All right, get ready for the next question. The following game, what game might be described as soccer with cars? What game would you describe as, or is best, very famous for being basically soccer with cars? A little bit of time to out. And this one is a favorite of mine. I play this probably far too much. It's like the only competitive game that I don't play sports games, but this one I do. The answer we're looking for here, Rocket League. Rocket League. I like Rocket Ball, though. Now I want to see Rocket Ball. But yes, 75% of you got Rocket League right. Nicely done. Moving on to question 27. This highly successful game was removed from the Apple iTunes Store for its addictive nature by its creator. The game featured a bird and pipes that it would have to dodge. It's very successful. I remember those times. I never had an iPhone, so I wasn't able to access that, but it was all the rage back probably 5-8 years ago, something like that. But yes, the highly successful and addicting game that was pulled from the iTunes Store is Flappy Bird. Everyone nailed that one. Well done. I'm curious if people still have that. Like, I think you can only have that at this point if you downloaded it back then. If you didn't before it was taken off the iTunes Store, you cannot get it, I think. But yeah, good job, everyone. Question 28. In Pokemon Go, there are real-life locations that you can visit, such as historical markers, libraries, or monuments that allow you to collect items like Pokemon and eggs. What are these locations called? I know this personally because I play, again, far too much of this. I'm a fan of Pokemon, if I haven't made it clear. I think there's at least a few Pokemon in the background, which I don't know if you can see right now, but oh, they're there. The correct answer are Pokestops. Now it says if you show in red that You can't see right now, only background. While it does say the Pokestops with the space there aren't allowed, we're going to take a look at those, but as long as it's relatively correct, we'll make it count. And I'm going to leave that up to our judges back home. Oh, yeah, like I said, if it shows that you've got it incorrect, we're going to take a look at them. We're going to update those. It only lets us show, I think, one correct answer. But don't worry, Sean plays. We're taking a look at it, and we're going to make sure that those are allowed. Yeah. But yes, that's David for you as well. It shows that it's wrong, but it's just the way it's put out there. But yes, if you got those, we're going to allow them. We have it on the back end. We have our crack team of judges and experts who will be able to update that and fix that up so that we can get that all sorted. Question number 29. What is the object above a Sim's head that shows their current mood? What is the name of that weird thing that dangles above them? What do you call that? I haven't touched Sims in a while. Great series, though. And this one may be a weird one. Not a lot. I'm curious how many people are going to know this one. But the correct answer is a plumb bob. It actually has a name. That weird green. I don't know how many sides it is, so I can't say if it's like a dodecahedron or anything. But it's a plumb bob. Ooh, I think that was our hardest question so far. But yes, plumb bob. Yeah. We are. Just said in the chat, we're manually going to give points for the Pokestops answers. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, we'll let us know, and we'll work that out as well. But yes, you'll get the correct answer for that too. Yeah, no, it seems like it would be an emerald, but it is technically a plumb bob. Question number 30. Video game characters who are not controlled by the players are acronymed or otherwise called what? What do we call characters in video games that the player themselves does not control? What is the acronym for that? But like I said before, technically not acronym. There's a term for it, and I'm going to figure this out. It's going to be or if you know it, again, feel free to put it in YouTube. But the correct answer for this, NPC. I'm laughing for whoever put in IDK. You have the right amount of letters, but yes, NPC, non-playable character. I almost want to give IDK points. I almost do. But yes, NPC. All right, let's take a look at the rankings now that we are into. Hey, David, at least you're honest. That's totally fine. All right, the rankings before we go into the last 5 questions. All right, Mike, look at you taking it. 2,295 points. Sean, you're only behind by about 40 points. You could steal it in the end. Vish, right there as well, in 3rd place. And I will announce the prizes for this trivia at the end of the game, so don't immediately hop off when the game ends, because I will tell you that once we get there. But we have about 10 minutes left, so let's go into there. Question 31 in the Halo series. What is the name of the AI who accompanies Master Chief? What is the name of the artificial intelligence who accompanies Master Chief? Not to be confused, of course, with Master Chef. Though I would love to see Master Chef with an AI. Sorry, now I'm just imagining it in my head, which is not entertaining to watch, but just imagine that would be it. But the AI who accompanies Master Chief in the Halo series is Cortana. Cortana is the correct answer. 5 of you got that one correct. Well done. Moving on to question Number 32. The first name of F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife served as the inspiration for what video game series? First name of F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife served as the inspiration for what video game series? So it's an interesting one because we're melding different realms. What was that name the inspiration of? And the correct answer for what video game series the wife's first name was, the inspiration for, is Zelda. Yeah, I was about to say, I think I know what you're going for with Ledgedog Zelda. And hey, I've been in that position before where the autocorrect got me. I'm going to leave that one to the judges to take a look at Ledgedog Zelda. But I think I know what new video game I'm going to be creating after this. Yes, Ledgedog Zelda. I love that. All right, question number 33. The following NES accessory could be used in games such as Duck Hunt and Wild Gunman to shoot various on-screen objects. Once again, the following NES or Nintendo Entertainment System accessory could be used in games such as Duck Hunt and Wild Gunman to shoot various on-screen objects. And I had one of these. I think I still do. I don't recall if I have it put away, though. I do have the NES, and it's a fun time. The problem with it, of course, well, the correct answer, first and foremost, is the Zapper. It is a light gun, but the correct term for it is Zapper. The Super Scope was for the Super Nintendo, but the Zapper was for the original NES. But yes, I'm taking a look. I'm looking at something I just got for, let's see. Okay, if you, for the previous question for Pokemon Go, if you entered in Pokestops in any capacity, or gyms, I believe we were giving you the answer for that. Yes, I just had to take a look at what was just sent to me by my, again, crack team of judges and experts. But yes, Bridget, all is well there. But yes, and also the other thing I was going to say with the Zapper is they no longer work with newer TVs. They only work with CRTs based on the way they work. Drew is saying it was also called the light gun in Japan. So let's see, it's already entered. Bridget, it will, I believe it should be updated already. I think it'll update immediately now that we've done that. So we should see the points pretty quickly. But yes, as far as the light gun in Japan, if again, our crack team of judges wants to take a look at that one real quick, see if that's an acceptable answer. We'll give the points from there. But yes, Bridget, I see you, I hear you, and we're making changes. But in the meantime, let's take a look at question 34. In Mortal Kombat, the following two-word phrase appears on screen: perform a fatality on your opponent. In Mortal Kombat, the following two-word phrase appears on screen: perform a fatality on your opponent. And we're going to take a little bit of time after this question just to make sure that we have all the correct points and answers set up in there. But we should have all the scores updated, and it should be reflected. So, but in Mortal Kombat, the two-word phrase that appears on screen when you're performing a fatality on your opponent: finish him. And if you put finish him with an exclamation mark, that will also be accepted. KO is for Street Fighter. You died. I believe you're going for Dark Souls. I'm going to say knockout might have been Punch-Out, but I don't think it was in there. And I don't think Die IDK was in any. But yes. The correct answer is finish him or finish her. But yes, finish him with an exclamation mark or without, or finish her. There's probably a finish them for robotic characters like Cyrax. I have to look at that, but I think finish them is included as well. I'm going to take, let's see, and last. All right, yeah. We're going to go into the final question now, and then, again, we're going to take a little bit of time before I reveal the final rankings and the winner and everything, just to make sure that we have updated all the correct information. And I'm going to wait on my, again, crack team of judges to let me know when we're all set to jet on the reveal there. But we have a little bit of time left, so let's take a look at the last question. Question 35. In Assassin's Creed, you are captured by Abstergo Industries and forced to relive your ancestors through what machine? In Assassin's Creed, you are captured by Abstergo Industries and forced to relive your ancestors through what machine? Take a look at this. All right. All right, so in Assassin's Creed, you are captured by Abstergo Industries and forced to relive your ancestors through what machine? Correct answer is the Animus. The Animus is the machine that you are forced to relive your ancestors, their memories. Yes. Oh. And it looks like 4 of you got that one right. All right, right now we're going to take a quick second just to kind of look over all the different answers. Again, we want to make sure everyone who got questions correct got them right, which takes a little bit of back time. And also, it gives David and Bridget a little chance to say hi, because apparently they know each other from Buddy Baseball. And isn't that nice? It's a great place. We get to all chat here. If you want to say in the chat right now what you guys are playing, or I'm going to assume Sean plays games. Do you stream at all? Or is it just you picked out a name you really like and you stuck with it? Look here, just make sure everything's good. Oh, why don't I let you guys know what the prizes are? So the prizes for this, and again, I will let you know the rankings once we have everything all set up. The prizes for this trivia, the first place winner is an NES Super Mario Bros. Lamp. It's a NES lamp with a Super Mario Brothers lamp with the NES controller as the lamp stand. It's actually really cool, and I kind of want to grab it myself. Let's see, scene on the it's got the scene on the lampshade itself. But yes, and that's why we need why we have the emails now, so that we can see who wins that, and we can make sure to give it out to them. YouTube channel almost at 3,000 subs, so if you want. Hey, why not? Respect the hustle, David, the Apple Tech guy. You know what, David Apple, the Tech guy? I'll take a look. But I'm going to check in real quick with the judges to see how. Also, almost 3,000 subs. Not bad. All right. Oh, real quick, I wanted to let you guys know that if you enjoyed this trivia, we have 2 more trivia shows coming up. We have Sunday at 1 o'clock. We are doing, that's tomorrow. We are doing books and comics. And then Sunday at 7 tomorrow, we're going to have movies and television. Both of those work the same way as this. Prize for that. There's also the action bound for that, so there's another chance for you guys to win for FanCon for Con Day 3. So, and I will be hosting those as well. So if you enjoyed listening to me, go check those out. If you didn't enjoy listening to me, go play it and put it on mute. It'll still be a good time, I promise. And Sean plays. We're going to take a look at Ledge Dog there. And we're going to see But so yeah, sorry, this is the important part, so I want to make sure that the right people get the right points here. But yes, and again, works the same way as this. And definitely check out everything else going on with FanCon, going on throughout the next 2 days. All digital. It's a good time. One more moment here. All right, I think we are almost ready. We're just finishing up one last bit. Oh, that's right. We have. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm right now chatting with the library team. Tamara Chambers is going to be streaming tonight. I have to pull up the time for that. Tamara Chambers is streaming at 6, and all that information, of course, is on the FanCon website. You can find out about that. She'll be playing Carmen Sandiego. I'm going to probably check that out because I haven't played Carmen Sandiego in a while, and I'm a bit of a fan. I'm also a fan of Tamara Chambers, so that's besides the point. But yeah, make sure to check that out. And yes, we are giving points for Ledge Dog. Appreciate the GG in the comments. And yes, we'll give the points because, hey, I totally get autocorrect getting there. But yes, now that we've gotten all settled, let's take a look at the final rankings. In third place, Vish with 1,900 points. In second place, Sean with 2,498 points. And Mike clinching the victory with 2,635 points. Well done. And hey, well done to everybody else here. Make sure, again, to put in your action bound code into action bound. And you get a point entry for the log anyways. Mike, we're going to email you about your prize because we have your email. And again, highly recommend you check out the other trivia games we've got going on tomorrow at 1 and 7. Books and comics at 1, movies and television at 7. But thank you very much. I think with that wraps up everything. Good game to everyone that played. Good game. And appreciate the good games in the chat. And we will see you all soon.